So at CCPA, we are implementing the SPARKS project. The SPARKS project is the Strategic Policy Advocacy and Reproductive Knowledge and Services project that we are implementing under the YISG project. This project seeks to influence reformation and the strengthening of policies regarding harmful practices, sexual and gender-based violence, and poor sexual and reproductive health services in Ghana. The project goal, rather, is to support the YISG grantees, i.e. Sawla Model Girls Alumni in Sawla, Chereponi Youth Connect, the visionary Buluk Organisation in Fumbisi, the Girls to Women Foundation in Tamale, and also CEED Ghana. So we seek to support their communications efforts by increasing their visibility and awareness on as well as advocating also for solutions that seeks to influence or seeks to address the issues of harmful practices, gender-based violence, and also poor sexual health rights in the communities that they operate in and Ghana as a whole.
We are in the community, training our young advocates to champion at the community level and the school level, educate their peers on unintended pregnancy and child marriage. Realize that has been a canker in this particular part of the country. NOSAC has given the funding, and we are implementing it in 3 selected communities in the Bulsa South District. That is Kanja Kunyisa, Bedema Belensa, and Bedema Guta. At the level we are now, we have trained the youth advocates, 50 youth advocates, and we are bringing some to the radio station to broadcast on air. Their peers will hear from their own mouth the training they have got, how they are going to avoid this unintended pregnancy and child marriage that can easily bring about school dropout and poverty in our communities.
What teenage pregnancy can cause to my peers is that they will not achieve their goal, they will kindly drop out from school. When delivering, they can die. It can lead to death, and they can also get diseases such as HIV, STD, and gonorrhea. Advocates will also advocate them that they should stop early marriage and teenage pregnancy in our communities.
This project was implemented in Chereponi district, where we engage 4 communities and a girls' school in town. Our project has to do with community mobilizations, community dialogue, and a conference where we went to the communities and spoke to men and women group about sexual gender-based violence, how we can come together as a community to reduce the effects of violence in our community. We also ended up with a girl conference to empower young girls at the Girls Model School, how they can prevent themselves, advocate for themselves and colleagues whenever they are being abused. We didn't do this alone. Together with the stakeholders, that is, we have the DOSU department, social welfare department, we have the gender desk education department, then we have the reproductive health from the Ghana Health Service. They also came together and spoke to them about their legal rights, their reproductive health rights, and how they need to know whenever they are being abused and how to prevent themselves.
After the conference, I now know about girls' conference in Chereponi. I now know when I'm abused by people, I can go to the social welfare, police station, or the Chereponi Youth Connect to report. Or you can even report to your parents so that they can save you from all those things. So I would like to educate all my colleagues, my sisters, to educate themselves before getting married, early married to people.
Before the conference, I didn't know where to go and report when you are abused. But after the conference, now I know where you are abused, where you want to go and report. You can either go and report at the police station, social welfare, or Chereponi Youth Connect. And I'm here to educate some of our colleagues when you are abused, where to go and report.
Since we had the conference, we can now tell and we can now know when to report when there is a gender-based violence. We can also know where to go and whom to tell when there is child abuse, and especially more importantly, the early marriage. So since after the conference, these three have not stopped by, then it has minimized. You see, our CYC youth, they are, without them, there is no Chereponi, because basically anything at all we learn here is we have to connect to them. So, and they have so many challenges, so many challenges. So I want to urge all the organizations, please, I will plead that if you can support the Youth Connect to hold more of these programs, so that we continue to learn, and then I think with that, our girls, if not all, but 60% or majority of them, we can achieve our aim with them.
Good morning. And in our quest to bring back to what the community have given us, we intended to work on a project called Empowering Choices, which is reducing unintended pregnancies in Sawla Model district through education and access. We involve community leaders, teachers, mothers, adolescents, and the aged, where we discuss what our project was all about, which was the unintended pregnancies and the use of family planning in their communities. With the help of the community members, the implementing of this great project came into being.
Through this project education they have given us, we realize that the girl child is somebody that we need to give much education. Now that we are aware of this education, that we should send them to school, give them the guidance and counseling to go to school, I think the support that we get and then we give to them in school, they stay for long. One is pregnancy, they are aware of it, that when you start giving yourself to boys, we are likely to get pregnant. Not even the pregnancy, you can easily acquire diseases.
In the course of implementing this project, we carefully and rigorously selected 30 young women from 3 women youth networks within the Tamale Metro. We organized a capacity building workshop for them, and the training empowered them and improved their public speaking skills. It improved their communication skills and also improved their decision-making prowess as well as problem solving. We also took them through a rigorous training on advocacy, activism, and social entrepreneurship. It was a very lovely training session we had with them. And we are very optimistic that the expertise that these young girls have achieved, the knowledge and skills they have acquired, will use it to challenge themselves and take up leadership space at all levels of decision making.
So I was selected by Girls Advisory Council to partake in the Empower Her to Lead project organized by the Girls to Women Foundation. From the knowledge acquired, I believe that I will be able to serve my community well, and I'm looking forward to this opportunity granted to other young ladies to be able to build their confidence and also take up leadership roles.
We went through different facilitators who helped in building our knowledge on the topics and including public speaking skills. We also learned how to build good mentor and mentee relationships.
So we started off with our activities with an orientation where we also did a competency assessment of the grantees. So it helped us to know where their M&E strengths were and how we are able to help them. What was the highlights for CEED in this whole project was the fact that grantees appreciated the kind of impacts they have gotten from the Meta project. So we had grantees who had, I would say, zero knowledge on M&E, but after the Meta project, they kind of appreciate what M&A is. So there were some terminologies that were quite confusing for them, something like output and outcomes and inputs. This which people who are even in the M&A sometimes struggle with, but thankfully the grantees gave good feedbacks that they kind of have a grip on it now.
So that's what we have been doing over the period, and thanks to NOSAC, Suntava, and then the GH Alliance for Young People, they give us funding for this project through the Power to Youth project.